Good morning. It feels so good to have OIS back, Craig. Really, congratulations, you guys rock. And thank you for the opportunity to present our science. So the mission of Novaliq is to use a water-free technology platform to solve problems in eye care. So we think we have a truly revolutionary technology, and it's actually validated. We are selling products outside the United States on million scale. We have approved products. And now we are facing a very exciting time because we have two products in dry eye disease with distinct mode of actions that are currently in FDA review. I will talk about that in a minute. But I think the real opportunity is the broad pipeline that company have. So when we think about partnerships, we are extremely excited, obviously, to partner with companies because we don't do commercialization, and we have a lot of commercial partners selling our products or potentially selling those products. But now, I think in the future, with a validated technology, we are very much excited to collaborate, even on R&D level, much more than we did in the past, and I will share some ideas. So when you think about Novaliq, think about a fully integrated, partially virtual pharmaceutical company. We manage the entire development process. We have exclusive partnerships, in particular in manufacturing of our, let's say, raw materials and manufacturing. We have a lot of partners here in the room in respect of CROs. And what we don't do is commercialization, but obviously we enjoy the dollars coming from those companies that you have listed here, and we do this on a global level. So iSol is a drug product engine. Dry eye disease is just the beginning. I know we are most likely more known for that, and you heard yesterday a presentation on glaucoma, but I think it's really as a starting point. And I want to tell you a quick example because you see here dermatology. Well, we founded the company 12 months ago. We put a great team into place. We made a Series A funding, and this company 12 months later has already 3 clinical trials ongoing. That shows that we have all the information and the capabilities to act really fast and go into the clinic. So what is iSol? iSol was designed to solve the key problem in ophthalmology. It's bioavailability. Most drugs are really powerful, but they don't make it to the target tissue. So we are taking something completely new. It's semifluorinated alkynes, and they have a great property because they are able to solubilize, in particular, lipophilic substances like cyclosporine or other things that are typically insoluble in water. And it comes along with a number of other great advantages. You heard already yesterday, small drop size, comfortable. We can stabilize APIs, and obviously we have great patents protection. So here's our pipeline. Obviously, I don't want to walk you through everything, and most people know that we have products approved. I just talk about it. But if you look at the opportunities, I think we are changing now with the validation of our technology. We are changing the way of doing business, going much more broader. And I think in particular, I want to share with this group today something really that we found fascinating, and that is going into diabetic retinopathy and think about biologicals in our technology. So we think the next really frontier for our technology is not to replicate what we already know, but really do something on the forefront. That's the job of biotechnology. So we think topical administration for back of the eye disease using a biomolecule is the next thing of our aspiration. We have extensive experience in biomolecules for actually a number of years. And in particular, we came across now that people are approaching us and say, look, my biologicals are not stable. Can you help us with your technology? So we came across a very interesting molecules that I cannot disclose here yet, but we put in our technology. They are typical suspensions, and there are great advantages in respect of stability, manufacturing, and bioavailability. So we are targeting a specific diabetic retinopathy. We all know it's a devastating disease with a high therapeutic need. We have a lot of therapies, but only for a small group of patients, basically late stage. We want to go much more upstream in the disease development, and in particular target ischemic progression or to maintain the neurosensory functions. And obviously we have now the APIs for that. And we think we have a technology that allows us to use a topical route of administration. So stay tuned on that. I think there's more science we're going to share with it in the future. Switching gears back to dry eye disease, I'm very passionate about dry eye disease, and thank you for the presentation. Just a quick update, we have these two products in FDA review. They're very different. NOV03 is a tear film stabilizer. We designed it specifically for evaporative dry eye disease associated with meibomian gland dysfunction. So we partnered the product in the United States and Canada for Bausch and Lomb. On the flip side, we kept cyclosol, which is a very powerful anti-inflammatory, immunomodulating. It's really playing out cyclosporine to the extent we always wanted to have it. I know this is a very busy slide, but I think it tells you a story that cyclosporine in our technology is really doing the job from an anti-inflammatory point of view. It's treating cornea surface very nicely and quick on the cornea, on the conjunctiva. We see tear production, and the best news is we have an impact on visual function, in particular on those patients that have ocular surface damage in the center. Well, that's the dream, and that's, I think, thank you for Adam mentioning that. That's the holy grail of dry eye disease, I guess. However, we talk a lot, and this is something I want to leave with you guys here. We talk about statistically significance versus vehicle. This is not enough. We have to ask ourselves, is the patient clinically meaningful improving? And if it's improving, is the majority improving? So we went back with our medical board and we defined the responder criteria of 3 grades improvement on the NEO, on total corneal fluorescein staining, as something that is clinically meaningful. And you see that after 2 to 4 weeks, 50 to 70% of the patients are benefiting on the surface. And if you look now in those patients that are responding, it's exciting. They're doing better on almost all symptoms. That's amazing. And the last thought I want to leave you, if I treat those patients for a longer time, let's say like a year, then we see that those patients are even getting to 90% responder rates. I think that's, I would say, almost a game changer. So we are very excited that the FDA is reviewing that. So I want to leave you with that thought. ISOL is going to stay. I think we are just at the early days. The future is most likely more in topical biologicals and R&D, but cyclosol is the first water-free drug that is most likely going to see the world, and we're looking forward to the PDUFA date coming up next year. Thank you so much.